Can robotic stocks automate your profits? Well, let's talk about these 3 robotic stocks and find out. So, while it may take another decade or even longer to materialize the trend in robotics, it's growing and it's not slowing down. Even massive companies like Google are developing robotics through their Google X program. Unfortunately, it'll take years for Google to begin marketing their developments and research. With that said, robotics is not going anywhere, and it's going to transform our world, our daily lives, and majority of industries, just like healthcare, defense, and manufacturing. Now, while the predominant wave of robotic stocks is years away, there's a few companies, just a few, that are developing and incorporating robotics into their business model today. And these are the companies that I want to bring to your attention right now. Over the next few years, especially with the premium put on tech due to COVID-19, we will see major developments bringing this industry to the forefront of technology for decades to come. And I want to make sure you get in on the ground floor before there's a major premium on companies involved with robotics. Now, before I share my favorite robotic stocks, I want to highlight the fact that as the industry becomes increasingly mature, the robotics sector will become less correlated to other sectors. With time, this sector will become less correlated to the overall stock market and will trade more like semiconductors, which trade more like the commodities market than stocks. Now, the first stock on my list is probably the most obvious ones. iRobot, ticker symbol is IRBT. The company makes the Roomba, the mopping robot, which grew over 30% in sales in 2019 alone. Roomba also generated over $1 billion in annual sales, which is substantially above expectations. The company has 4 solid quarters of earnings surprises that were well above expectations. The short-term price target is $102 per share, which is about 20% above the current levels. With price making 90-day highs recently, I'm expecting aggressive institutional accumulation to begin moving into this stock in the next few quarters, if not sooner. So keep your eye out on iRobot stocks, or keep your eye out for iRobot stocks and Roomba. The next robotic stock on my list is Stereotaxis. Ticker symbol is STXS. Stereotaxis manufactures robotic systems and instruments that are used in cardiovascular procedures, most notably for treatment of irregular heart rhythms. My dad has that actually. He's had it for years, irregular heart rhythm. Its platform actually uses magnetic to move catheters, an intriguing approach that the company says is safer and more effective. The company has a market cap of just $40 million, which means it's a target for being acquired by a larger company. While the company carries a big risk and small market cap, they're working on a second generation system, which suggests that the near-term price can quadruple if the right buyer comes along or if the company keeps growing organically. The last stock on my list is AeroVironment, ticker symbol AVAV. The company focuses on unmanned aerial systems. Really cool, right? And does business with the U.S. military. The company is in talks with Lockheed Martin for potential buyout. The company demonstrated 3 years return of 120% and a 5-year earnings growth of 164%. Last earnings quarter, the stock had 165% earnings surprise to the upside, and momentum levels have been outperforming the overall market since February. I like these 3 robotic stocks and believe there's some upside potential in the next few quarters, since the entire sector is heating up. If you like the sector but want to invest in something a bit less volatile, check out the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF. Ticker symbol is BOTZ, and I hope that helps. Folks, I've got some big news. Tom Busby, my friend and legendary trader with over 40 years of experience, he just sent me this USB hard drive with priceless information. Now, I've seen a lot from my hedge fund days, but nothing compares to what is on this drive. I mean, really nothing. For the average investor, this contains what could be the greatest discovery in the history of trading. I'm not kidding. When I looked at this, I was amazed. Click on the link below to see how this tiny device could make you $7 million richer. I said it, $7 million richer. Do it now.